Hello friends, my name is BK Kollapre. This video deals with the topic slope and deflection of the beams. Now here, whenever a beam is subjected to loading, for example, if I take a cantilever beam and if I subject it to load, then you see this beam will get deflected like this. Suppose if I call this as A and B, it will get deflected as A, B dash. So whenever the beam gets deflected, you see there is a deflection here. If I call the deflection as y, it is moving down, and if I draw a tangent here, this is making an angle of theta. So it has got slope as well as deflection. Slope is theta and deflection is given by y. Now here we study, suppose if I take a beam here, if it's a cantilever, if I apply the load here, now here we see two criteria. One is the strength criteria and another is the stiffness criteria. When you consider about strength criteria, whenever the load is acting, so the bending moment and the shear forces and bending stresses or shear stresses should be within the limits, or the beam should be capable of withstanding them. This is strength criteria. Second is when load is acting, the beam is going to deflect. This deflect depends upon the stiffness of the member. So here whatever deflection that is taking place, that should be within the permissible limits. So there are two criteria. One is the strength criteria and second one is the stiffness criteria. So stiffness criteria is related to the deflection, slope and deflection. Now here let us see some examples. Suppose if I take a beam and if I simply support it at the ends, suppose this beam is carrying the load A, B and C. This beam will deflect like this. Now here at C there is a deflection what we call as YC. Now at the support, if you see, this is the original position. If I draw a tangent here, there will be a rotation here at A as theta A, and if I take the tangent here, and the rotation at B will be theta B. So like this, the beam is subjected to deflection and the slope. We call this as elastic curve. We call this as elastic curve. This is a tangent at A and this is a tangent at B. Now if you see to the rotation here, this rotation is anti-clockwise, so we take it as positive. And if you see here the rotation is clockwise, if the rotation is clockwise, we take it as negative. Here the deflection is down. Whenever the deflection is down, we take the deflection as negative. This is a sign convention what we will be taking. Some more sign conventions are shown here. X and Y in this direction are positive, and we have seen in SFD and BMD, if this is a section, forces up are positive moment, clockwise and anti-clockwise, they are giving the positive moment. So deflection upwards is positive, rotation anti-clockwise is positive, and the other one is in the opposite direction here. Now here we come across a very important derivation, what is known as differential equation. Differential equation for bending moment. If M is the bending moment, then the differential equation for this is given by EI d2y by dx square. So this is known as the differential equation, or we also call it as Bernoulli's equation. Bernoulli's equation. So this is a very important derivation. You will have to remember this derivation. Now coming to the integration, we are using the method known as double integration. We are using the method known as double integration for the solution of a problem. In this chapter, we are interested to find out the slope and deflection. Now we have got a equation for moment m is equal to ei d2y by dx square integrating. If I integrate if I integrate it, you get m e I dy by dx is equal to integral m dx plus c1. So I have integrated this equation once. So integration of here d2y by dx square will be dy by dx is equal to integral of m dx plus c1. Further integrating, second double integrating, we get ei into y is equal to integral m dx plus c1x plus c2. We know c1 and c2 are the constants of integration. Now here you find dy by dx, and dy by dx is nothing but the slope. We call this equation as slope equation. And here we see y is the deflection. We call this as deflection equation. So if you write the bending moment equation, if you integrate it one, that equation will be for slope equation. Further integrating or double integrating it, the integration will give us the deflection. So these are the points of interest for us. Let us see some, we have already seen if it is a fixed end. Now here this is a fixed end, and if any load is acting, the deflection will be like this. So wherever the end is fixed, we see two things so one is the slope. Slope is given by dy by dx. If I call this as theta, here there is no slope because it is remaining straight, then it is bending, so slope will be 0. Now coming to deflection, y, there is no deflection at the fixed end, so y is also equal to 0. If it is free end, now if you see here, this is the free end. So whenever there is free end, it will get deflected. So deflection will not be 0. There will be deflection. Whereas if I draw a tangent here, it has got a slope also. So slope dy by dx is not equal to 0. So at fixed both are 0, at free both are not 0. We will see one more case called as hinged. Suppose if the beam is hinged, if it is simply supported like this. Now here this is the portion hinged. Here there is no deflection. Deflection is 0. There is no deflection. But if I draw a tangent here, you see a slope. So slope dy by dx is not equal to 0, whereas deflection is 0. So these are the boundary conditions, what we call, to solve the constants C1 and C2. So unless you find out the constants of integration, you cannot solve the problem. To find out the constants of integration, we are using this end condition depending upon the type of problem. So fixed both are 0, free both are not 0, at hinged deflection is 0, whereas slope is not equal to 0. Using this background, we will see how to find out the deflection and slope in cantilever beams and simply supported beam. Please subscribe the channel for more videos. Comment for questions in the comment section. Thank you.